Hook sharpening has become massively popular over the last few years, and there's a very good reason for that. We're obviously getting done on a regular basis, whether we like it or not, and the sharper you can make your hook, the less chance you have of actually being done. The reason for that is you want that hook point to slip in far enough that the barb's in place. Once that barb's in and catching hold of a bit of meat, I don't think there's any chance that they can shake it out. It's the in-between stage when they can. So the sharper that hook point is, the easier it's going to slip in and the harder it is for them to deal with it. So Taska have brought out these hook sharpening stones. It's a little set of 3, and there's 3 different grades. You've got a fine, a medium and a coarse. So the white is the coarse one, the grey is the fine one, and the brown one is the medium. So I'll take them out and we'll have a little play. I've got a couple of hooks here. So it's literally a case of getting a firm grip of your hook and sliding it along the stone. And obviously you repeat that as many times as you feel the need to, but keep an eye on it. Make sure you're not working on that point too much. What I like to do is kind of take off that front curve. With a beaked point hook, there's a big bulbous bit of metal that isn't really necessary, and if you can just take the front of that off and then work on the point very gently, then you can make your hook infinitely sharper. I won't do the full thing because we haven't really got time. But as I say, literally you work on the front, try and get a bit of a flat edge going, and then once you've got that flat edge going, what I like to do is just take off the corner of that edge by pressing it against the stone and just giving it a little rub. And what that does is it minimises the chances of there being any sharp edges, and that minimises the chance of there being any damage. Now obviously with the 3 different courses, you can really work your hooks to as fine as you like them, and obviously to start with, when you want to be taking a lot of metal off, you want the coarser one, and then you can work your way down. And if you're just literally working on the point, then you know the fine one is plenty good enough. It's a fantastic edge sharpening your hooks. Not only does it save you a lot of money because you can also re-sharpen them once you've caught a fish on them, but it'll also save you losing fish and missing out on those very important opportunities. Right, now I've taken off the bulk of the metal with the coarse one. I'm just going to gradually and lightly work on it with the finer one. It doesn't take much effort to get your hooks far sharper than they already were, yet a lot of people seem to be against the idea that it does actually get you more bites. I think a lot of that is just laziness, to be honest. You know, for the sake of spending 2 minutes working on each hook, if that's going to catch you 5 more fish than you would have done otherwise, then it's well worth doing. Right, I think that is pretty much about there now. Just a little bit on the side. Just make sure you check it from every angle. You know, if your eyesight's not that great, then get yourself a little magnifying glass. The other thing you can do is hold it up against the sky, and obviously you get a really good silhouette, and it gives you a much better idea of what that point's looking like. I like to get the points so they're almost like a little bee sting, you know, and that definitely gets more bites. This is the first Taska product that we've had a look at for a little while, but they've done a whole huge range of bits and bobs now, and we're going to have a look at a few over the coming months, but this is definitely a fantastic addition to their range. They're available from all Taska stockists, and obviously if you pop on their website you can find out even more.